Hi, I'm Capt. Stanford with Texas Fish Tips. It's your weekly fishing report.
Well, hello, boys and girls. It's a little cold out. If I was you, I wouldn't go fishing, but if you just think you got to, then go over here to Fina Docks. It's deep water. Right down through here, it's holding some fish. Shrimp has been the way to go. You can throw shrimp free line with a split shot up on these rocks right down through on Fina Docks, and there's been some trout. There's been some snook, there's been some black drum, some flounder, just about everything else, redfish. If you fish deeper, you're going to catch bull reds, cut mullet or live finger mullet if you can get it. But like I said, that north wind's going to be howling. You don't want to get out here in this nasty mess. But if you think you just got to, get out here, go to the Fina Docks, anchor up where you can type some of the pilings and hang on and fish. But be careful out there because it's not going to be nice this week. Also, if you get right out here on these rocks, right here, Martin Midstream, sometimes you can get by these poles, get in between these barges, and there's sheepshead in there. There's lots of flounder in there as well as they're coming back in. But there's also a few redfish and some trout mixed in there. But be careful, it is going to be cold. Another good place to go fish is right down here. As you go underneath this little bridge right here, going into Ski Basin. You can go left all the way back up in here, and this cut right here holds some black drum and some reds. It's a little deep right in there, and every year they're stacked in there. When it gets cold and that water pushes out, they drop down in there. It's easy pickings, but their shrimp is usually the way to go. There will be a few perch in there. If you catch one, just pick him up, cut him up, throw him back out there, and catch your redfish. Same way all the way down this sailboat channel right here on this corner. Right here's holding some black drum in this deeper water. If you go all the way down the very end of it, there's three little fingers. It comes right here. And pull up in there with the cut mullet or your shrimp on the bottom, and you'll catch some red. There'll be some small ones, but there'll be some good ones mixed in there as well. Bigger ones like that cut pin perch or cut mullet or a live finger mullet. You might even use some mud minnows in there. But this point right here where it wise off, usually there's some black drum and it's cold. Anywhere down this whole depth right down through here, because that water pulls out and they'll be along the edges of it. They'll be hunkering down that deeper water. All right, over on Klein's Landing, this point right out in here has been holding some redfish. When it gets too strong a current, you got to use about a 3-ounce egg sinker, maybe even 4. But if it's slack, it's not near as bad. You can get away with 1 ounce or maybe even a 2-ounce. But there's some redfish. If you throw some shrimp up on these rocks, there'll be some sand trout and some speckled sea trout and some sheepshead right in here. Same way over here on the other side of the North Jetty where these rocks start. Anywhere's down through here, about 15 foot of water, anchor up, chunk to the rocks with a split shot and a live shrimp. You catch you some trout, you'll catch some sheepshead. There's a few black drum mixed in there, maybe a flounder, just no telling what all's coming through here. But be careful as you come on out here because that wind's going to be up. Don't be out here on these jetties. Now, there is some fish under that North Jetty and all the way on the north side of that North Jetty. But wait until that wind gets down maybe next week. But right around that big yellow weather buoy is, that's a good place to start. There's some good fish all up and down through there. There's still some tarpon through there, believe it or not. Same way with that South Jetty. If it's windy, don't get out there on it. It'll wash you off the rocks. But if it's not too bad, you can get either side of them jetties and find you some fish. Anywhere's up and down through there. Shrimp is the best way to go. Okay, that water's going to blow out. It's been low lately. There's some redfish and some drum in this cut right here in South Bay. Hope you got a shallow water boat. If not, you can park right here on the edge and walk to it. But there's some good fish in there. Anywhere's this whole bowl area is going to have some fish in here. Shrimp is the way to go. Use your mullet, you'll catch bigger fish. Finger mullet works pretty good, or mud minnows. Sometimes you get 2 mud minnows and put them on the same hook, let them free line out there, and you'll catch your red quicker. Also, this little cut right down through here been holding some redfish and some drum. All the way down through this deeper water is going to hold some fish. All down through here. Shrimp is the way to go for just about everything. But like I say, the mullet or the cut perch will catch you bigger reds. These little cuts right down the old Klondike Islands. You see this channel right here next to this where I'm going? There's been holding some redfish. These islands have been holding redfish and drum. Now, as this water drops out, it gets shallow. You can get in there with your boat, and those fish will drop out of that flats, get right in that channel. You can catch you some pretty good black drum and some redfish all on shrimp. Then, if you get over here on the ICW, these cuts right here, like these corners right here, there's rocks. And right about here, there's either corner, there's going to be some fish. There'll be some sheep's head, there'll be some black drum, there'll be some trout, and maybe even redfish or two. But anywhere those rocks are, like right about here, they'll be holding some nice fish in there. All right, this north wind is blowing. It gets cold. A good place to get out of the weather, but still want to catch a fish. The old recon channels. These two channels are right down through here. Both of these will hold fish. It's easy to launch right here by the bridge. Get in there with some shrimp, and there'll be trout, there'll be red, there'll be some sheep's head mixed in there, maybe a flounder or two. But be careful of that north wind blowing, but it is a good place to get. Okay, we're on the Portland shoreline. Anywhere down these channels, there's several docks down through here. All down through here, these rocks. Anywhere down through their structures, deeper structure, there's going to be holding some fish in there. There'll be black drum, there'll be redfish, there'll be some trout. Just about everything. We've caught red snapper on some of these docks. I've even caught a grouper or two. Don't tell everybody about that. But anyway, there's some good fish in this deeper water on Ingleside, down through here. Any of these docks down through here, this old channel right going up to Barry's back in here, Barry's Boatworks, it holds pretty good fish. This bank right here, if it's not too windy from that north, holds some black drum right here. This whole shore will hold some redfish down through here. Shrimp is the way to go to catch everything you want. But if you use the cut mullet or the live mullet, you'll catch the bigger fish.
Watching them, Capt. Stanford.